Welcome everyone to William B. Ide Adobe State Historic Park. I'm Mr. McLaren and this is Mrs. Pooley, and we would love to share some of our holiday favorites with you.
Today we're going to make wassail, pomanders, and recite a visit from St. Nicholas. At our Pioneer Christmas party, our guests can't get enough of our wassail, and it's easy to make. So we're going to make a serving for 12 guests, and the first thing we're going to do is set up our kitchen. You only need a few things in your kitchen for making wassail. You need a big pot, you need a teaspoon, you need a cutting board and a sharp knife, and then you're going to need some things that you can find at the general store. You need a gallon of apple juice, a quart of cranberry juice, some sharp sticks for making your pomanders, whole cloves, cinnamon sticks, and ground cinnamon, and about 6 oranges. We'll be sharing this recipe with you, so you don't need to write it down. Now, the first thing you're going to do is make sure that your oranges are washed, because you're going to be using some of them in your cooking. And you're going to take your stick and you're going to start making holes in the orange where you want to stick the cloves into. Now, you may find that your oranges might have a thin or soft enough skin where you can just put the clove in there directly. But sometimes they're a little tough, and you might find that having a sharp stick or a toothpick helps get that hole started. Mr. McLaren, would you help me make the pomanders?
Well, since we're just plain folks here, I guess I could lend a hand.
Well, you're bedrock solid when it comes to making things. There's your orange and your stick. Next, you want to save 4 of your pomanders and then slice 2 of them to put in your pot. And now we can put it all together. So you're going to take your orange slices and put them into the pot. You're going to take one of your pomanders and put it in the pot. You're going to have a gallon of apple juice and that quart of cranberry juice. And then we're going to add a couple more spices. We're going to put in 2 cinnamon sticks and a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And you're going to take your pot and you're going to put it on the stove, and you're going to bring it to a boil, stirring it constantly or stirring it frequently, and then you're going to reduce it down to a simmer, stirring occasionally for about an hour.
For holiday entertainment, pioneers would sing, dance, tell stories, and recite poetry. Clement Seymour wrote a poem for his own children, which he recited to them on Christmas Eve in 1822. This poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas, is one of my favorites. And the words are so artfully penned that I can see the images in my mind as I read it. If you'll kindly indulge me, I'd like to read it to you now. A Visit from St. Nicholas by Clement Seymour. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads, and Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. The little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment he must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away all. As leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke had encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf. I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying a finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew, like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Thank you, Mr. McLaren. That was all wool and a yard wide. And that is a beautiful place for our pomanders.
Ah, Mrs. Pooley, that wassail has filled the house with a wonderful fragrance.
Well, I will just fill this couple of cups and ladle some out. Now, it's probably a good idea if you end up with a cinnamon stick in your cup to take it out. And while the orange slices might look nice in your cup, probably not a good idea to eat them either. Wassail comes from an ancient Anglo-Saxon word. Wassail means good health. And there is something about wassail that always makes you feel good.
Well, on behalf of Mrs. Pooley and myself, I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas from Ide Adobe. Oh, well done, Mrs. Pooley. That's very delicious.
Thank you. We should sing the wassail song.
I'm not sure.
By all means, Mr. McLaren.
Oh, no, ladies first, please.
Oh, but you have such a lovely singing voice.
Oh, I really appreciate that, Mrs. Pooley. Maybe we should sing it together.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Here we come a-wassailing among the leaves so green. Here we come a-wassailing so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you, and to you your wassail too. And God bless you and send you a happy new year. And God send you a happy new year. Merry Christmas!
Happy New Year.